674 Outdoors here. Today we're going to be tying a woolly booger. First you need some black thread on your bobbin. Make sure your vise is set up how you need it. And then try not to have as much line out as I do, because I have a lot of line out and I'm just letting more out apparently. And more and more and more and more and more and more. Now it's wrapped around this thing again. Some weird stuff here. I don't think this thread likes me too much. Anyways, you just kind of try to make sure your stuff is all straightened out. This is kind of some cheap, weird stuff. I ain't been able to buy me none good stuff, but you know, you just start the thread on there normally. You get your scissors. Usually they're supposed to be out of the pack, unless you're Houston. And you just don't do it. Take your scissors, cut it. That was loud. I have this little trash bin. Oh, you can't. I have this little trash bin I use for my. I got with my speaker. I just pop in there. I'm using this is a Cabela hook. It's size 10, model 30. It's a heavy wet fly. I'm gonna use some of this Gander Mountain Woolly Booger Chanel small purple, and I'm also gonna use this saddle hat. Came in my fly tying kit, and this Gander Mountain Caribou. So after you get that tied on, you want to take your Chanel, whichever kind you want, and cut you probably about I'm gonna say about an inch or so, maybe. Well, yeah, right at an inch. About. I usually I would rather have more than none, so I usually it's a lot, but you just take that, and this is really cheap stuff apparently because it's falling apart. You just wrap it a few times with your thread, and then come back straight to that spot and just let it sit. You get your saddle hack. I'll flint here. I'm usually good at doing it. No, you get your marabou. It's been a little while since I tied them. Get your marabou. It's usually stuck together, so you have to find you a decent piece. That piece don't look too good, so I don't want. This is a good piece right here. See how much caribou's in it? Marabou? Caribou. This is caribou though. Yeah. No, this is marabou. Marabou. You stick it back in there. It really doesn't matter what you what you get. Just make sure you add you a little tail. I usually leave about an inch, about that much off, and I'll just wrap it a few times right in the same spot. I never really move up. I have two pairs of scissors too, by the way. I use the less pointing, you see. I got these real pointy tips, and I have these. You see it's not as pointy. And you just kind of come in and snap it off right before the thread. Make sure you cut the right one too, and not the wrong one. You throw your excess in your little trash bin or whatever. You come in with your real pointy ones. Hold your trash bin under. Just kind of give it a little haircut. And then you take your thread. This is how I do it. You ain't gotta do it like this, but I usually just try to thread some of this hair down right here that's kind of in the way. I try to get any loose strand to cut, lay down too. I go all the way up to the eye and then come back down in that same exact spot where I cut it on. Then you get your saddle hack. And with your saddle hack, you tie it right, you leave about an inch or so on the tip and tie it on. And then you take your less pointy scissors and you just shape it. Throw the excess in there, work down the excess, and go back to that spot. No, you go all the way to the eye this time. My bad. You go all the way to the eye. Don't adjust your hook, I just had to adjust it because I didn't have it on there right. If you set the hook on there right, you won't have to adjust it. You then take your chenille, leave everything else behind. Take your chenille, and just wrap it. Wrap it. You ain't gotta wrap it real tight. I like getting mine tight because it's just, I like having a tight fly versus a loose fly, if you know. I just feel like it holds, it may put more tension on it, but I think they last longer tighter. The tighter they are, the tighter they'll mean the longer they'll stay on. Well then, that leaves you with your caribou tail, marabou tail, and your saddle hack. Where you take your saddle hack and you wrap it just like this. You wrap it one time at the tail, well 2 times if it don't create anything. Then you skip maybe 1/8 of an inch, wrap it twice, skip forward, and wrap it twice in that same spot. And pull that excess forward and tie it. Just throw your thread over it, kind of like that way. No. I got too much thread off right here. You just let it on thread. Make sure you ain't got too much thread, but you kind of want it to be spiky, if you know what I mean. Or at least I like mine spiky. And usually I try to, if it's not spiky the first time, I try to make it a little spiky. I'll go around one more time down here actually. And I try to use as much as I can of the material. But then you just make sure you don't cover your eye up. The little eye hole that goes onto your fly rod, under your line, because then that would suck. Because then you're going to have trouble threading it. It's just, you get short pointy scissors if you have 2 pairs, and cut off the excess. Make sure, so I'm pretty sure I saw that roll. I'm not too bad about doing that. You kind of get your base, you pull your stuff down a little bit, and usually you're supposed to have all your tools out. I didn't really pull all my tools out, but you get your whip finisher or however you finish it, and you just finish it off. I came to a very big knot. 1, 2, 3. That's how I do it. I wrap it 3 times, then I go back and I've never had a knot on my thing like this before, but I ain't buying this crap again though, because this stuff is weird. It's like, I'm not sure what brand it is, but I don't like it. But then you do it again. You go 1, 2, 3, and then usually it don't pop off, but when it pops off, I just let it pop off. Make sure your little hole thing can fit up through there, like that. You see, it's stuck up through. Wait, you probably can't, but right here it's stuck up through. Then you just kind of take your pointy scissors and cut off just right at it. Then you roll up all your excess, and then you pop this up, kind of take it out, try to buff it up some. And you can stick it back on your little fly vest. And then this is what it should look like. Can't really see it, but I ain't got a good face. I can't really spin it around, but that's what it should look like. It looks real good actually. You see it kind of there. It's kind of bulky up here. I like having mine real spiky, but that might just be me. But this is a nice little. It's a fly that can pretty much be used year round, especially in the winter, and the fall, and early spring. But that's the end. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. See you next time.